Welcome back, everybody. Still tuned into Open Studio on Channel 263, and today we're chatting all about HIV awareness. Today in studio we're still joined by Cindy, who is informing us all about HIV and AIDS. Now, Cindy, another question I want to find out from you is, what would you say is the most important thing that you do every single day to make sure that you take care of yourself?
Take my medication. Yes, I do not forget to take my medication. I have a certain time every day, and that's it. I take my medication.
Okay.
Yeah.
And would you also say that having an alkaline diet is essential?
No, just having a balanced diet is essential. People, okay, you've got to watch your intake of oils, and you've got to watch your intake of sugars, etc., and salt. But yeah, a balanced diet is the norm. Yeah.
And Cindy, would you say, how does one go about disclosing your status to a partner? Okay, you're in a relationship with your partner has no idea. You just found out that you were diagnosed. What do you do then when you're in that position?
I am a counsellor, a lay counsellor myself, and what I suggest is get a third party in to liaise and help you over that hurdle. It's not easy to disclose it on your own. It's terrifying. And quite frankly, you're not going to cope on your own. So
definitely not.
Yeah, no, it's very difficult.
Yeah, and when it comes to your workplace, your work environment, where you work, would you say it's compulsory for one to disclose this status?
Definitely not. Definitely not. In instances, companies will, on occasion, depending on the work situation, if they're working with major saws and dangerous equipment, they potentially could ask you to have an HIV test, but legally you do not have to disclose your status to anybody, least of all work.
Yeah, and also what would you say are some of the challenges, Cindy, that you face on a daily basis, not just as with the work that you're doing, but also just being diagnosed with HIV or any other person out there who's obviously living with it? What are some of the challenges that you face on a daily basis?
Quite honestly, it was being able to get your medication. I think in the situation with workers that are in an admin, for instance, a line of business, or working in a factory, to actually be able to go and get their medication, having to take that time off to get the medication, I think that's probably one of the biggest hurdles that they can face, because they have to ask for a day off virtually every month. I see some companies are now getting medication into the corporate stronghold and dealing with it there. There is a men's clinic that actually posts your stuff to you. So there are ways of getting around that, but people aren't terribly aware of it. They need to speak to somebody that is going to inform them, and there's not enough of those people out there.
Yeah, and also, is our government doing enough? Would you say there's something that our government can do to help us with this, to help make us understand, clued up,
there's
more aware when it comes to HIV and AIDS?
Yes, I don't believe they're doing enough. Here, as we get to World AIDS Day, then everybody rushes to do there, but the corporates, even the corporates now are slacking. But the government, why are they not using people like myself within their system to go and speak to the community, to do talks in the community, to encourage people to test, to encourage people to take their medication, to encourage them? They're using people that don't, they've been taught how to do this, but it's not actually the people that are living the life of an HIV person. Somebody that's HIV positive wants to speak to somebody that is HIV positive because they believe there's that connection, which there is. So they should be using us a lot more. They should be putting a lot more effort into the community, smaller communities, to actually get it out there. If they're doing that in certain places, wonderful. But they're certainly not doing it in enough areas. They're not.
Wow. So just speaking about communities, it is of course World AIDS Day, right? HIV awareness. You guys are obviously doing stuff to help us. What can we as a society, as a community do to be part of this? Do you have any events lined up for us?
I don't have, but a lot of non-profit organizations do try to arrange events such as a walk, but it's so low key that we don't there's just not enough exposure, excuse me, but there is not enough exposure of HIV awareness in our country. There isn't.
Wow, yeah. And you're a counselor, right? So you do your bit by helping others. To our viewers at home, there might be that one, or there might be that two who is diagnosed, still a secret. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to count on, who to get support from. They want to get in touch with you. They want to get hold of you. What do they do? Where do they go?
Well, the easiest way, I say, most people don't know how to spell my surname. So if you Google Cindy HIV, you're bound to find me.
Okay.
And yeah, it's
I'll
quick
try
as easy.
that.
But then I have a website, I have a Facebook page, I'm on Twitter, everything under Cindy Pavasic, which is very difficult to spell. So that's why I say go and Google Cindy HIV.
Okay, so
you'll find me.
if they go type in Google Cindy HIV, then they get all the details.
Absolutely.
Wow, fantastic. And then also before we say goodbye, Cindy, any words of wisdom you would like to share to our viewers at home, to that one person, what would you say?
I say to that one person, do not be afraid. It's not the end of the world. You are going to survive. You have a life to live. Live it.
Cindy, thank you very much for coming out and for chatting to us. I've learned such a lot, and I'm sure our viewers at home have learned a lot from you as well. And continue doing the good work that you're doing, and we hope to have you back here soon.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, guys. We came to the end of yet another exciting episode of Open Studio. Guys, please go out there, know your status, have yourself checked out, and look after yourself. If you want to get a hold of Cindy, have a question or two, go on to Google Cindy HIV, and all the details will obviously pop up for you guys. Other than that, send us an email to openstudio@capetowntv.org, or give us a call on the number 021-448-088. And make sure that you tune in every day, weekdays, 5 p.m. right here on channel 263 to catch more of Open Studio. From myself, Brad, Cindy, and the rest of the team. Until next time, it's goodbye and God bless.